What's going on, everyone? If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, follow wherever you're watching. This is the third time I've shown the statue, I believe, and the last time I'm going to show it until it's complete. The reason why is because it's not glued together, and the base is glued, but where his feet are connected are not. This is actually really dangerous to have it like this, but I had to show what I got done. Now the cape you're gonna see has where it's connected is gonna be all sanded and repainted. I got it super glued into place with clamps to his body. And it's it's sturdy, but if it falls over just like any other statue, it's gone. Once it's all glued together, if you carry this carefully and hold like right now, if I hold the body and the cape, I held the body and the cape didn't even crackle. If I hold the cape, the body doesn't weigh anything anyway. So I'm pretty happy with the secure connection. Although I will say when it does leave, it needs like a lot of careful moving it. Yes, when it's all glued together, it'll probably feel much better. You can see his body's leaning back, pulling away, because the weight of the cape with no glue on the rest of his body is kind of like, shh. But at this point, I'm gonna take him apart carefully. And this piece with the cape is gonna get sanded and airbrushed carefully. I mean, you can't just wing it around. I have to be careful with it, but it's still a solid, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's still been super glued. It was clamped as it dried. I went through with resin and used my machine, and I really did a nice seam, almost to where I don't have to do much sanding. But again, you know, I actually was walking around with, I put it down, I was doing all this other stuff and you know, moving it around while I was working on it. And the more I did, the more sturdy it felt. So like I said, I'm confident with it. I would probably never sell it this way. If somebody wanted one without the cape, there is a body without the cape, and you'd like the way this looks, even with the gold legs. You know, I would definitely do a commission on this, but I cannot do it with a cape. There's too many seam lines on it, and it would, you know, if somebody wanted the cape, they would have to sign off on the fact that the cape's not going to be perfect. I mean, it looks pretty good, you know. While it's on display, it's going to look fucking great, but there are people out there, including myself sometimes, where something like knowing there's a seam, I would not be that happy. But this statue is over 18 inches tall. It's very big. It's not polystone, it's resin. So it's just something. Now, the statue itself is light, but with the weight of the cape pulling on it, it's very heavy. But again, I just wanted to show the update to that it actually worked, and everything was painted. So now, once the cape is done, I will glue the whole thing down. I'm not going to glue any of it down until the cape is completely done. But I'm really happy with it. This person that's getting it, which I did it as a, like I said, as a, you know, it was just for somebody. And just to give you an idea of the size of the base, because it looks so small for the angle, but it's really not. You can see it's wide. It's very big. But so I'm really happy with it. They're gonna be happy. And then once I fix the cape and do a little sanding, I'm gonna airbrush some white so you won't notice that. And then I will go in with the dark color that you see here and spray in just a little bit in the creases. You know, maybe hit them right there, just to give it a little more. Now, it's so big that you almost don't need to. As you can see, it's got shadows on it. I can literally take a snapshot of this and then use this as a reference for where to airbrush it. So no matter what angle it's at, it's gonna look, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even here, it gives it away. You can just use a real light and you can see where all the shadows go. But anyway, hopefully you like the update. You know, oops, sorry. I do a lot of mostly Halo. This is not my thing, but I think I'm probably going to start doing other stuff. You know, I don't really have a pulse on outside of, not even on Halo. you know, what people want. I'm doing a Battle Cat, and then I have another Battle Cat with He-Man sitting on top. That's really nice. It's very complex. But before I get to any of that stuff, I got to finish my Campaign Evolved Chief's helmet and get his AR fixed. And then I gotta, I don't know if anybody's familiar with Genshin Impact. There's a character called Columbina. I'm doing her sitting on like a crescent moon for my somebody. So that'll be my next outside of Halo thing. And it is, now this is, it's not complex, it's the cape. That's the problem, the cape. If I would have made it without the cape, because there is a version without the cape, it would already be done. But that cape was the third time I had to go through with that cape. But the Columbina one, I'm telling you, has like 50 pieces, and it's so complex. I don't even know where to begin. And I had a problem printing the very bottom base, so I got to redo that as well, and it's big. So hopefully that'll work. I have a plan, and we're going to get to it. But again, hopefully you like Moon Knight the way he's looking. Fucking awesome. Man, this person, I cannot wait. I hope it's the best thing they've ever gotten, either in a long time or forever. I'm like more excited to give this to them than I have been about a lot of things. Especially when they're like, oh, like I didn't even know. They're like, Moon Knight's my favorite character, and they have a ton of characters, stuff in their collection. And so when I heard that, I was like, that I just went for it. Really, this thing turned out, if I could tell you how much better it looks than I expected, it's the truth. I you know, like I said, when you don't work on something like this and then it comes out this damn nice, you know, it's just like my first thing I ever did for that person was a Deadpool, and it came out, I didn't even know I could do good work. That was like the first thing I really did, and after that I was like, man, I guess I'm okay. You know, like it was like a shocker, I guess, so they're gonna be getting this, and man, I can't wait. And it's not for like another almost 3 weeks from now, so I got plenty of time to get it done, and then I gotta find somewhere to safely hide this thing. That's the bad thing about assembling it, because then I can't just throw it in the box real quick. So, but anyway, don't forget to like, follow, share, and you know, if you're interested in Halo stuff, I do have a lot of cool stuff at thehouseofhalo117.com. And all right, peace. Just a little bit. Yes, he has another arm. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for watching.